I think it just shows how tight it is. I think all things being equal, my guess would be Boris Johnson's about 5 votes short. Now 5 votes is 2 or 3 people changing, if you see what I'm saying, their position. But even if he gets the bulk of the Conservatives who've been ejected from the party on his side, even if he gets a few of the Labour that he've had before, without the DUP, I just don't quite see how he makes the numbers. Boris Johnson has, after all, with the prorogation, with the Dominic Cummings period, and most importantly, by coming up with a deal that gives the option for a much harder free trade agreement type of Brexit in the future, in a way, has, I think, created more discipline amongst the Labour Party not to go with him. He might have peeled off some of those people like Stephen Kinnock and so on, who really, in a way, represent those Leave districts and don't believe a second referendum is the right outcome. But by painting the picture, now that in a way he's moved Northern Ireland off, that the rest of the UK can have a free trade agreement style deal, he makes it harder for the Labour Party members to come over to him. So unless, I know, the DUP abstained en masse, you know, which would be a kind of surprise thing, that would knock him 5 votes in favour, I think it's going to be very difficult for him to get through.
Unlikely that it goes through. I just want to pick up from some comments that we had from the DUP's Sammy Wilson earlier today, saying that, of course, they will vote down the deal tomorrow. But then he also said if Johnson wins the election, he will have more leverage with the EU. So they seem to think that, you know, pushing for an early general election will give Boris Johnson more leverage when it comes to the EU and somehow want to piggyback on the back of that. So what is the calculation here as far as the DUP are concerned? What are they trying to achieve?
Well, I think the DUP are trying to explain that their position is rational and not just tribal, because at the moment it does feel like they are voting principally and against the principle that there could be an absolute majority to determine whether the customs and regulation agreements continue, an absolute majority installment. So they're having to justify a position which looks a little irrational unless you accept it from the tribal standpoint, that they're absolutely going to stand by their voters who feel this is the beginning of the end of the United Kingdom. So therefore he needs to kind of point out a rational argument. We're actually kind of helping Boris Johnson a bit. If he has a general election, we're in a stronger position. The DUP, from what I know, vote absolutely tribally and think tribally about how do you keep the union together. This is a border, to all intents and purposes, down the Irish Sea. They can't accept it. They'll take their chances. They've taken their chances before. They're loyal to themselves and to their constituents. They're not loyal to the Conservatives or to Labour or anyone. So I think this is a bit of a smokescreen. If we end up with a general election, we will have had to go through a lot of steps before that, which aren't good for Boris.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.